both those times that hit a rock. No fish in there.
Casting at his second fish in the same pool, Gav is late on the strike, but the result's the same.
You're saying he's coming over? Well, now because you're yelling at me, I'm too slow. I'm in a panic. In a panic to hook him now.
Run up the river. Go up. Lead him up there. That's the way. Lead him up. Oh. Come up there, Gav.
Come up.
Get out of the line, John.
Oh.
There you go.
Too much weight. I might have to go and get him there.
Go for a walk there, Gav.
Go, he's into the backing and yep. We're gonna have to. Oh no. Thanks, mate. Hold on. Right. Yep. Right. Hey. Trout fishing does keep you fit. Bugger. I like my backing that much, I want it back. Oh no, here we go. Get their fly line. There's not much you can do. Once we ran into that deep water, you had to cross and yeah. Yeah. So even after all that, the power it's still got in it. We were just saying to John before, it's just get him on a lot shorter line, hopefully. We can just get him. I don't know, if I can work him up. Nope.
Nice fish.
Yes, that was. It had everything except us grabbing hold of him. But,
No, he would have been, looking at him, I reckon he would have been well over 5.
yeah. Now we just thought we'd take a little bit of time to explain the gear that we're using. We're using a Stalker Air. This is a 9-foot 6-weight, and a 6-weight's ideal for some of the bigger rivers and bigger lakes, or when you're targeting quite big fish. We match it up with a nice little fly reel, an aluminium one with a nice little drag. And what we're actually casting is a fly, and a fly is essentially a hook with some fur and feather on it, not much weight. When you're spin fishing or bait fishing, that's all the weight. You throw it out and that pulls all the line off. With a fly is not going to do that. So what we essentially have is a fly line, which is very thick, and it's a weight forward line. So what we're doing is letting a little bit out each time, and we're casting the line itself, which just happens to tow the fly behind it. Now if this lands next to a fish, it's going to frighten it. So what we have on here is a tapered leader. Starts off very thick and it tapers down towards the tippet end, very thin, where we tie on the fly. So as we cast, that will turn over and delicately land on the water. Doesn't alarm the fish, and they very readily will come up and take it as long as they're not frightened with it. So that's essentially what we're using, and it's ideal for all your fresh and saltwater fishing needs. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose it's a good 2.5 pound. I suppose when you see that jump, there's a good little bit of weight in there. Get him coming over, and get him across. Nope.
Given the feeding habits of trout, we are forced to use light leaders and tippets, and rushing or heavy-handed techniques will result in lost fish. So a slow and steady approach is best. Patience and application of constant pressure will eventually tell, and you will get more fish to the net.
I don't know if we can get his head up. Beautiful. Yeah. Makes a good change to get one in the net rather than letting it go, yeah, just a little way off.
2 3/4.
So that's good. 2 3/4. Brilliant.
From behind the camera, Dave makes a comment about how much smaller this fish is than the fish that Gav just dropped.
Yeah, but you can't cry on camera, so yeah, this is still good too as well. Beautiful, excellent. It's a good 2-pound fish, lovely aerobatic. Fantastic. Yeah, they're all been really great actually today, so stunning day, stunning day. Boom, ready to go. Well, that brings us to the end of our show. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed bringing it to you and showing you what the Hawke's Bay region of the North Island really has to offer. Look forward to seeing you next week when we go down to Tasmania. A little bit forgotten down there is the streams, and they're absolutely chock-a-block full of browns and rainbows in there that are dying to take our flies. So I look forward to seeing you next week on another episode of On the Fly.